That's the best we've done ever.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Yes, that was a lot of football for a week. That's what 9 games we have to talk about now. It's a lot, do we? Well, we have to talk. We at least have to talk about State of Origin Game 1.
No. No.
Oh man,
A game ruined by a particular decision.
I got ruined by main character syndrome from Ashley Klein.
was the game ruined? Yes. Was the call incorrect?
Yes.
That's the debatable part, right?
I'm on the side where I think it's fine. I think the way that they got to that decision is where a lot of the conjecture is happening.
I still think 10 in the bin, they put people for worse hits for only 10 or even just report. So,
True.
you know, there's just...
It's a
I
matter
think
of
what fans
which
want
one's wrong,
is
then.
consistency.
No, that's the buzzword, right?
It is, and they're not getting it. It's still not happening, and especially in a game of Origin, where the stakes are actually higher,
Yes, that's fair.
right? You know, you certainly want some consistency there.
And it's so weird because Ponga was probably the best player on the field.
He was certainly up
He
there.
was doing really,
yeah.
really well. And then obviously when he goes off, they put Hammer at fullback, and that can only go one way. Horrible.
Well, that and the fact that they have to put Capel in centres. Yes, he's played there before, but he's as old as the hills,
Yeah, well, when you're best
and he doesn't run fast.
Your options at centre are 34-year-old Kurt Capel and this year Gehema Shibasaki.
Yeah, it's not
Why? Yeah, this is the problem with how the team was constructed. If your best centre option is Kurt Capel and not the guy you have as centre cover,
Yeah.
you've screwed up. And
There's a player, right? There's actually 2 players.
Who could have
Both
actually,
Cowboys centres.
Jackson Purdue and Tom Chester.
who would be very good defensive centres.
Granted, if they played like they did on the weekend, they shouldn't be playing Origin.
Well, that was the whole team, but we weren't worried about that
True.
right now.
But yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
worry about that.
that's how the game went, right? Queensland dominated for the first
60 minutes.
I was going to say the first 20 minutes because they didn't score a point after the 16th minute
Okay, how many points did New South Wales score in the 60 minutes that they had 13 on 13?
One.
One try.
Yes.
In 60 or 57 minutes. I'm sorry, Queensland were winning that game if Ponga doesn't get sent off.
I don't know.
Even most of the New South Wales,
The flow of the start of the second half was with New South Wales.
they were
anyway.
making 25 metres a set. How is the flow with them? They couldn't make it out of their own 30-metre zone
If that were the case, why didn't Queensland score any more points?
because New South Wales' defence also picked up, which I will grant, but they weren't attacking very well. And suddenly, you know, Cleary is suddenly this master tactician when he's able to play against 12 people.
He did nothing before
He
Ponga.
did nothing before
The
Ponga
master,
got sent.
tactician was give the ball to Tony Staggs and let him run around Kurt Capel.
Yeah,
for the
well,
rest of
that's
the
all
game.
whoop-de-doo. Really
That's-
hard to do
Well,
that.
that's exactly how it happened, right?
Yeah,
They
pretty
just
much.
kept giving it to that right side, and they
Also-
kept finding breaks.
Yeah.
Ethan Strange.
He's
Look,
very good.
He should have been the
Should
guy
have
who
been
got
there
man of the
anyway.
match.
He should have, absolutely.
Yeah. He was the best on New South Wales' team.
He was the best on field. Pretty easily, I thought.
I think it's a bit of a debate. If Ponga doesn't get sent off, it would be very close to
Yeah,
mate
he
with
would have
that
been
one. Yeah.
close, yeah.
So, yeah, look, Queensland tried hard. They even held off until the
They
last
did
90
pretty
seconds.
well. Unfortunately, that Tedesco try is probably going to be replayed for the rest of time, I want to say.
I just want to throw the one from a couple of years back.
Ben Hunt.
No. When his own teammate out jumped
Lindsay
Oh,
Collins.
Lindsay Collins, that was so
Collins.
That's redemption, I guess.
That
right?
was when Queensland actually had 12 men on the field at the time, too, if I
Hey,
remember
look,
correctly.
I'll grant him this. Out jumping Hamaso is pretty tricky. Because Hammer's typically pretty good in those contested catches, and Tedesco getting one over him is
Yeah,
it's
and the weather was
impressive.
sucky as well, right? I mean,
And
it was
yeah.
just a bad
bad game.
New South Wales. It wasn't actually a really good game of Origin overall.
Bad
The
game.
first 20 minutes was all right. Then it got just a slogfest.
Well, yeah, because they picked people, like both sides have picked people that hadn't been in Origin for a long time, being Flegler and Barnett, and just bad squads in general.
They Flegler did score a try for a ridiculous pass by Harry Grant.
Oh, what a pass that was, man. Also, I
Yeah.
thought Harry Grant was very, very good.
Look,
I thought
he
had a pretty good game.
always steps it up. Even Munster picked his game up for
That
Origin.
look, for as much as the Blues had a lot of breaks down that left-hand defensive side for Queensland, on the goal line, he and Capel were lights out. They were very, very good.
Oh, they were. And look, but unfortunately, you get tired. It happens.
Yeah, well, you look at the missed tackle count. I think they combined for 19 missed tackles.
Yeah, but they were the ones going for
they were the
all
ones
of
going.
them.
God, they shut down so many plays on that side. It was incredible.
And as we know, I mean, Queensland missed, what was it? They're 45 tackles or something.
Missed tackles are an empty. So 44.
44. Yeah, that doesn't matter as much these days.
Yeah, it's a missed statistic. The error count is what is the most important one. And New South Wales lost that, but still ended up winning. So.
Yeah, but that's where it becomes the debatable decision on a send off.
I was quite impressed with Selwyn Cobbo in this game.
He was actually
He was excellent.
He was pretty good.
He's got some confidence back, which is nice for him, but
Yeah.
not good for a certain team coming up on the weekend.
Great in yardage. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, I feel like most of New South Wales' errors, almost not even all of them, came in the first half.
This is true.
Like they had a lot of errors. They
Like
were
Brian
really
Toto, a guy who wouldn't drop a ball once, he dropped
twice.
three.
Didn't he? Yeah.
I think he dropped like two within about 2
5
minutes of each
yeah,
other.
That was a bad stretch.
Yeah, and like Olakawadu knocks it on, playing it or something. There's a couple of things that were bad.
I was a bit disappointed by Olakawatu in this one.
He was
They
kept
shut him
very,
down pretty well.
He was kept very quiet. I don't know who it was that was on him, but somebody was definitely on him before he could actually do anything.
He was on the right
It might have been Munster.
So it would have been Munster
Yeah.
/ Capel on that side.
Yeah,
One
they
kid
were
did a
just
very good
they were
job.
keeping him quiet, which is what you need to do because he can go ham and it's not good.
But yeah.
For the team that he goes against here. So 10 runs for 97. It looks okay, but it's still not great.
I think the other one I was very impressed with, but I knew he was going to do well, Max Platt. He killed
He
it.
was good.
I thought
Actually.
he was excellent.
Oh, he's built for Origin.
He's great. I love that.
He's just like his dad never really played Origin, John.
You know what's frustrating? Is that Britt Nicker wasn't terrible either.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything much. This is
No,
the
he
thing.
didn't.
He only came on for like 15 minutes.
Let's just have a
wasn't
Trent Lawyer. Both of the squad managements for this game were so weird. Like, even on the blue side, like, why is Saifidi only playing like 15 minutes? Well, in what world does that make sense?
Yeah, he's a good player. He needs to be on.
Goofy and Brayley coming on doesn't make any sense. Like,
Burton coming on from the last 2.5
person-
minutes.
that was stupid.
The person I thought was probably the most surprising was Casey McLean. Casey Maguire.
Casey
Casey
Maguire.
Maguire. When he came on, he was pretty good.
He actually lifted the Blues a little bit with his carries and stuff.
Yeah, he was
I
pretty
will
good.
say that.
But like,
He's got a higher voice than I expected from a guy as tall as him and stuff.
he is only like 21.
He's also is he a Maori dude? They all
yes,
talk like
he's,
that.
he's,
don't they?
he's a
all these big
Kiwi, yeah.
human beings that have these little voices.
Like there's 3 forwards that got over 100, and all of them are on the Queensland side. So it was Tino, Capewell, and Carrigan. Yeah. He was also pretty good. Okay, Carrigan.
Well, Carrigan played well.
Why is Trent Loiero playing 14 minutes?
There wasn't. Look, to be fair,
Why is he even playing at all?
for the first, like I said, the first half, and then even the first half of the second half, there wasn't as many errors. There weren't missed tackles, and the missed tackles started.
Well, I feel like a lot of fans watching it, as soon as Ponga was sent off, would have been like, oh, well, we all know where this is going, right?
Well, I heard even some New South Wales. I was reading some New South Wales fans even turned the game off once that happened
so it's like,
because it was no longer a game.
Exactly.
You know, and you want that. And look, everybody points back to the Suaalii thing
That
from a
was
couple of years ago.
objectively
It was a
way
different.
worse.
It wasn't the same tackle.
It was
It's not the
late
same
hit.
tackle, but at least his mechanism for his tackle was fine. Like, he had an actual tackling thing. Ponga's was a shoulder charge.
But he did have his other arm out to try and brace as
Yeah,
well.
it's
He wasn't
weird.
actually trying to shoulder charge him in the head. He was bracing for impact, and he had to because Walker had brought Kohler down a bit, and he had to brace as he was coming in. And there was a bit of a comedy of errors there, and unfortunately, I think the Marts did the thing where it all became about him actually Klein in it.
Who's the ref?
It's a Klein show or something they come up with, and
I feel like he has the propensity to do that the most of all the referees.
Yeah,
okay, so
he's
out
a
of all
classic.
out of the 7 that have been sent off in Origin, he's done 4 of them.
Yeah.
Admittedly, 2 of them were done at the same time for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then there was Suaalii and Ponga.
So,
But 4 out of the 7 is not a good look. You don't want to be
I'm
the
getting a
referee
bit
that sends everybody
I'm
off.
getting a bit of main character vibes from Ashley Klein.
He's the new Bill Harrigan.
yeah, that's a pretty apt description, I think. He's very, very
Wants to
similar.
make it about him. I mean, Harrigan had Hollywood Harrigan was his nickname. Klein the other word sounding like a C on the front and going to the Northern Territory.
We'll go with curmudgeon. We'll go with curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon, yeah.
But yeah, it's such a disappointing way for a state of origin to go. Hopefully, I hope both teams just completely restructure and we can actually get a decent game. But
You guys should put some Cowboys in it.
They won't.
I hope not. I want them to stay the Cowboys so they can actually play one good game every few weeks.
Would be good. Yeah.
But it was a good week for New South Wales because the Blues women completed the blue rinse.
Yeah, it's funny. 3 games, they win by 3 tries in total. It was the most boring lot of games you ever want to see.
Well, look, I prefer these games to how the actual NRL is going, to be fair. But yeah, it's just...
That's because they don't have 6 agains in the women's game.
Yeah, it's wonderful how it's a better product now.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. But yeah, it's just, again, the same thing that plagued the Maroons all the time. They completed at 61%, far too many errors. That's what killed them.
There was nothing wrong with their attack.
No,
their attack is fine. They just couldn't hold the
They just
ball.
can't hold on to the
Which
ball,
is
yeah.
a key part of it.
And so you're left for people with like Jess Elliston to do literally everything.
Yeah.
She's like, she had 136 meters, and the next highest forward total was 62 with Lillian Yarrow off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So
why doesn't that surprise me too much?
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just there's not even really much. It's just a rehash of the first 2 games, isn't it? It's
Nothing's
all the same.
changed. It's like rinse and repeat.
Blue rinse and repeat.
2 tries to 1, 2 tries to 1, 2 tries to 1. It was really that was it.
This is the most
Nothing
replayable thing.
changed.
It's like the back rooms of football. It's just wandering endlessly through the constant. It's like the Fast and Furious movies.
But and I'll agree with what some of the commentators were saying. Look, Queensland is quite a young team. Like
Yes,
their average age is 4 years younger than the New South Wales team. So
yeah.
New South Wales had more experience in the area.
Ali Brigginshaw herself was bringing that average up by a couple of years. So
I'm not sure you know how statistics work, but okay.
Outliers.
Averages, yeah.
But no, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Like they didn't even have Tamika Upton for this. They had Munasina Party out the back there.
Who wasn't horrible, to be fair. She was fine.
Yeah. Obviously,
And then we
Kiri
see
Aratu.
McAvoy
Kiri
and
Aratu
stuff
might
like
be
that.
one of the
Mackenzie
better
was out.
players in the
Yeah, they were
another-
missing a few people.
Number of people out, and look, I don't think they should. You don't never want to be whitewashed in a series, but I think it'll be valuable for them over time. They'll look back and go, that we learned something out of that.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. I think this is a good squad.
I think it's a very good squad. They just need a little bit more experience.
No, they need to do
For the key moments.
not play it as the first matchups of the NRLW season. It's stupid. I know they want to line it up with
The men's
the men's ones, but they want to line up the grand final with the men's one. And that's the issue. But it's like, why can't you just do it in the middle of the year? Like,
Start the girls' game a bit earlier and do it in the middle of the year.
yeah, how good would that be, right? Oh, that have like a Broncos Thursday night game and have like game 1 be the opener for that. That feels really easy to have at Suncorp Stadium. Like, I don't get why that isn't the idea they go with.
Or
Because
even
they don't actually care.
Or even in even in Newcastle.
Yeah,
they
right,
have the other way.
yeah,
you do
right.
With the Knights, right?
It is
So
because they do not actually care. And that's the problem.
know,
It's all
it's-
performative, and it pisses me off.
it is quite sad. They should be playing it like the men's.
I completely
Yeah.
agree, yeah.
If anything,
The
Because
product is very good.
Look, I'd pay good money to watch Isabel Kelly play football. She is amazing.
The product is. I like the Queensland forward.
Tessa Poulet. Yeah, she's really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I think Queensland. I think in a couple of years, New South Wales better watch out because I think if this group of
I think that's
Queenslanders
like
can stay together for a while, just
Well,
be
yeah,
like-
Israel Bill,
Who's the oldest person in the squad?
Lauren Brown probably.
Lauren Brown, maybe.
Lauren Brown maybe to
Who
make
else is
up
there?
when she's healthy.
Maybe, yeah.
She's
So
not
it's like they've got a good squad.
Most
so
of them are young, so yeah.
hopefully
Stace's old, isn't he?
they'll get there. Hopefully they'll get there at some
I
point.
think they will. I mean, good luck, good on you, New South Wales. I mean,
Yeah, right.
you deserved your win, but like I said, in a couple of years it might be a little bit different.
Be careful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. And now we go to the regular NRL season, round 13. There was 7 games this week, I believe.
This was a bad round.
Yeah.
of football.
I disagree.
Apart from the last
This
game,
was the most fun I've had watching rugby league in a little while, actually.
apart from your own team's game, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's never fun. You don't know. But nevertheless, we started off with the Sharks playing Manly, which was a game that certainly happened, and it was a fun one. I thought it was quite fun. Except,
Ball died this week.
Oh, they died against Penrith as well.
Well, I don't think it did because they held the same amount of tries as Penrith.
True.
They didn't do that with Cronulla.
Well, granted, their best forward was out, and one of the most physically talented outside backs was also out for them. So that's a lot of their creativity that just goes it was Jackson Sheriff and Josh Felity that were the replacements for the Origin guys. So I'm not fully shocked at this outcome. The fact they kept it within 6, I think, is pretty good, especially because Adam Fanua Blake backed up, Blake Brayley backed up, then broke his arm. Who apparently put it back in place on the sideline. Like what a trucker.
Bro, how you put a broken arm?
He hit a hip of his own player, right? No,
I thought it had an elbow.
No, I thought there was a hip that hit, and you could actually see the lovely little
he had banana arm.
the bow in there, and go, yeah, that's broken.
That sucks for him.
Yeah.
He's good. He's been such a stalwart of that Sharks team for a very long time.
He's a very good player.
He is. He was very good.
I think out of all the hookers, you'd have him up near the top.
We didn't even talk about him in Origin. I thought when he came on, he looked really good.
Yeah. But see, Reece Robson kind of has a bit of a mortgage on that right now. So,
but yeah, I was pretty impressed with Manly here. The Sharks, they just did what the Sharks do. They didn't have Nico Hines.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, because it turns Braden Trindle into one of the best halfbacks in the league. Like, where in the world is?
Maybe he needs to be in the squad for Queensland.
I hope not. That was a name that got thrown around, and I legitimately just scoffed. I'm like, no, it cannot be Trindle. But he may
Could
not
be Fogarty.
It could be Fogarty. Both of these guys. But yeah, just simple here. Just, the Sharks won by scoring a couple of stupid tries. A couple of really stupid tries.
There was a couple of those on the weekend. But anyway.
I feel like both the Billy Burns tries were really, really dumb. It's like playing for the Raiders.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, it's just the Sharks doing what the Sharks do. Manly kept it close as best as they could. They were pretty poor in the first half. They were pretty poor in the first half. Yeah, well, it's like it was the second half was 18-6 in Manly's favour. So I'm not overly mad at Manly. I think they're still a good football team. They've still got Clayton Faulalo back there. He is a gun. He looks like he's going to be really, really good.
Look, Manly have got the basis for a really good football side here. And
Well, they are a good football team. That's the thing.
Guess what? Foz is now their coach for the next 3 years.
Yeah, I think they've done the right thing there. I mean, you couldn't look at how they're playing now and think we should probably let him have his chance.
And like we've been saying, what he's done is he has just simplified, and that's what he came on when he was being interviewed about. He said, "I've just tried to make it a bit simple for them, and go back to basics."
Exactly, and then you can tell that by the re-returns of people like Taniela Paseka, for example, who have just been carving up.
Good,
I used to call him Payne Haas light. He's less light these days.
He's a good footballer. I had 17 for 164. He had 3 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 24 tackles. Really, really good stuff from him.
And they missed him last year. Boy, they missed
him
absolutely.
They missed him last year, yeah.
He's like their power forward, right? So,
yeah, he was great. Jamal Fogarty continues to do Jamal Fogarty things. So it's just,
yes.
I'm not mad about anything here from Manly. I think they're going to be fine. They'll come out of the Origin period, maybe not quite in the top 4, but they'll make a push once they've got Olakalatu and Kula back full time. I'm intrigued to see where they end up.
I think they make the 8. I don't think.
I have no doubt that they're going to make the 8.
I think how 6 of the back 7 got over 100 meters.
Yes, I think Brooksy had a lot of running in that game.
It was only Fogarty who didn't.
On the Sharks side, Nifai Padu scoring on debut. That's always good. But yeah, the story here was Braden Trindle absolutely killing it. Basically playing halfback for them. I know Peru was named it.
He ran 26 meters.
Yeah, he was playing halfback, he was. And he's really good at it, funnily enough. He's really good. He's very
creative with what he does.
He's so, unorthodox.
He plays what's in front of him, right? I mean, and
very
that's
instinctive.
I do like that. I like it. I think there are a lot of teams, including our own team, that play a little bit too prescribed. You've got to sometimes just play what's in front of you.
Yeah, just let them go, dude.
Let them be themselves.
Oh, great. I thought Cam McInnes had one of his best games. He had 44 tackles with no misses, plus 110 meters. That's vintage Cam McInnes.
People's sexiest man.
Heck yeah, he is. Love him. I was also very impressed with Tom Hazelton in this game.
Yeah, he actually. one of his better games of the season, actually.
Oh, easy. Yeah, 14 for 130 is immense for like 40 minutes is crazy for him putting up for the rest of the year. So good to see.
Go the Hazelnut.
Yeah.
I didn't really care because I don't like either of these teams very much, but it wasn't a bad game of football.
No. Says Britt Nicker played Origin for like 10 minutes and still didn't play this
I
game.
know.
And Fanua Blake backed up and he was fine, so
Yeah,
he's just crap. He's going to get picked from reserve grade. That's going to be the most hilarious thing. But yeah, that's all it was. It was Manly not being able to
and
hold
look,
on
the
to the ball.
completion rate for Cronulla was pretty good, right? 95%.
Yeah, 95
That's
is really good.
Very hard to beat when they're not dropping the ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Cronulla need to be doing. They've got a good enough team to just
Absolutely.
be solid. And
They've got a
win lot
good
of
team,
games.
but they just
they can't be consistent.
half the time they're not playing to their best, and then the other half when they do, they're very scary.
Lights out. It's
Yeah.
just stupid. I don't get it. I also don't get the Eels because why was this game even remotely close?
Because the Eels are actually trying.
Yeah, they do. They do try hard. They try really hard, and I'm not going to fault them for that. But I will fault them for somehow their entire team being outpaced by Dylan Lucas.
Even their fullback.
He pulled away from Isaiah Iongi.
Yeah, with the ball in
He
his
was
hand. Yeah.
moving.
Dylan Lucas, why are
I'd
you
say
so
Dylan
far?
Lucas would be up there as one of the fastest.
What is with the
Edge forward.
Newcastle just having this fetish for fast second rowers? It's just ridiculous.
That's like Tyson Frizzell, right? I mean, he's
Yeah,
quick.
precisely. So
Yeah.
Newcastle obviously come away with the win. Ponga backing up from Origin was fine, but
They did what they had to do to beat the Eels.
exactly they held on. They held on enough. That's all
Yeah.
they needed to do. But yeah, I was very, very impressed with
Well, they
Parramatta.
tried really hard, right?
Well, we know how they usually are. They become a lump of poo when Mitch Moses isn't playing, and instead Ronald Volkman decides to be awesome.
He was excellent. I actually rate Volkman. I think he is a
I
good
think
player.
He's keeping Jonah Pesty out of the team. That's for
He
sure.
is.
Very, very well done. Jack Williams is just a football player's football player, I think, is what Williams is. He's just so solid.
Yeah.
He can play basically anywhere in the forward pack. Like, he had 130 metres here, 4 tackle breaks, 36 tackles. Pretty good stuff there from him. Count Tonga being back, I think, helped them a lot. His defense is really good.
I think having Dylan Walker in the team is good for them as well.
Even if he
Very
is
solid.
playing injured.
Yeah.
He's injured, but
he
they just don't have anybody else.
he's still a good player. I mean, he makes a difference when he comes on the field.
Yes.
So
I love Harrison Edwards being in this team. It's hilarious to me.
how much did he play?
He played 30 minutes. He snapped it, Booker. Love that. Love that Harrison Edwards playing hooker at the Eels. It's just the world's
5
worst,
runs for 33 meters.
world's worst position.
That
seemingly.
just sounds like his games at the Cowboys, really.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, just good from the Eels. I'm loving the look of this Jordan Samrani guy. He's looking really,
He
really
took
good.
that intercept. That was really good.
Yeah, right. Scored a try. He had 200 meters. He's strong. He's a
Yeah.
strong guy.
Look, I know they're having a bit of a suck here, but the Eels have a pretty good football team coming through, and I think with a little bit more experience under their belts, they're going to be a good side.
Give Tony Matta Ellie some time, and he's going to be scary. He's really, really good. So I'm liking the Eels. They're probably going to have a streak towards the end of the year where they
Annoy people.
they get a few wins. Can play spoiler for someone probably, but
Get away from the talk of the spoon and stuff.
exactly.
Is he
And
always
Newcastle. They just keep on trucking. They're just doing.
Yeah, this is their
Doing
best
their
season
thing.
for some
They
time.
had fingers
Newcastle,
crossed
so
on-
They look
get 32 fantasy points?
They
and
look-
did nothing.
They looked better when Sandon Smith went off and they had Sharp playing in the halves. I think that's how they should be doing it. I guess we'll see how the rest of that plays out. Because I do like having Fletcher Hunt in the team. I think he's pretty good. And, Greg Marju is just a beast. Well, he's having his career best season. He's
very
going.
good.
He's
Winger of
going
the year,
nuts.
Greg
very
Marju.
good.
He won't be, but he should be up there. Who are the definitive best wingers in the league right now?
Oh, probably.
Probably not this year.
Braden Burns.
No. It was Mark before he got hurt.
I'm not sure that he can say there's
Is it
anybody
Jenkins
who
just
really-
like virtue of scoring tries?
I reckon it'll probably be AJ just because he broke the record.
No, it might be Alex Johnson. He's been pretty good. And someone else. I think a great.
And Jenkins.
Marshy might have a case. He's been pretty good.
Jojo Fafita.
Oh yeah, maybe
He played Origin.
And he actually wasn't horrible. He had that one mess up. I felt sorry for him with that one.
The rest of the game
he was pretty solid, yeah.
But yeah, so just keep doing what you do in Newcastle. If you can survive the Origin period, not dropping too many games, you're doing all right.
Yeah,
I think.
It's like the Cowboys.
Just like the Tigers, who are doing all right. It's amazing what happens when Happy Coruscant and Terrell May are back playing.
Happy Coruscant might be the most important player in the competition.
I don't think there's any sort of quantifiable way of saying this, but he might be the most important hooker to his forward pack, if that makes sense. It feels like the way he brings the forwards onto the ball is just second to none in the league, and he's the reason why people like Terrell May can just go absolutely ham.
There's a reason why when he wasn't with the Tigers for a few weeks, they were really down.
Exactly. So yeah,
he is a very important player to their.
He's also just
team.
very smart. He clearly has a great football brain.
Yeah. He's like a Harry Grant type deal who can read the game really, really well.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
Yeah.
And Terrell May's Terrell May. He's just
his scary
thing of offloading a billion times, making 51 tackles and missing none. He is just a freak, isn't he?
That's insane.
He's a freak.
51 and 9.
He's Payne Haas.
He might be. Statistically, he's probably better than Payne Haas, but I don't think
he doesn't have
in real life he's better than Payne
He doesn't
Haas.
have the tackle breaking abilities of Payne Haas, that's for sure.
No, he just runs, he offloads.
He's look, you get what you get with Terrell May.
Yeah.
He does it week in, week out.
So
Every team should have a Terrell May.
Yes, I agree. Why isn't Jarrell Skelton playing more games for this team?
I don't.
I'm confused because every single time he comes in, he brains it.
Yeah, I know.
And then they're just like, no, we're going to play Macassini even though he's hurt, who went off and then came on and then got hurt again and then came off. I think Macassini needs to spend the rest of the year in reserve grade. I think he just needs to get some confidence back because he's been kind of whacked.
I mean, the reason he got in the team was because of his
One
performances.
thing in the trials, right?
Trials where he ran over everybody.
I think you need to give him time in New South Wales Cup. He will be a good footballer, I have no doubt about that, but he just needs some time to develop his game and not just rely on being strong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who have promise. I mean, it works for the cricketers as well. You had people like Matt Hayden, who at Sheffield Shield level was absolutely killing everything. Gets to test, falls over a bit.
And Marcy Macassini is the Sam Constas of rugby league.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's the Sam Constas of rugby
Sam
league.
Constas wasn't even good in the BBL, so I don't know if you can actually say
Did
that.
you see that the Renegades and Thunder have merged? Did you guys see that?
No.
What? They've merged.
What are they calling themselves?
I have no idea. I just know that both the Melbourne BBL
The Melbourne Thunder or the Sydney Renegades. Probably gonna be one of those things.
Not the Thunder, the Stars. Sorry, both the Melbourne teams have merged. It's the Stars and the Renegades that have merged.
It's the Thunder Stars.
Yeah, that'll work.
The Stars of Thunder. Anyway,
You know what makes me very
That's
sad?
football.
Alex Twal's hurt.
you're just sad because he's no longer in your team.
No, but he's been good for them.
No,
We like Alex Twal.
He has been
We are a
going
pro
well.
Alex Twal show. That's us. But
He
yeah,
needs to leave his shirt on too because he embarrasses everybody else.
so yeah, medial thing. I think he's out for at least a month.
Lebanese the Lebanese bros are still hurt.
That sucks for the Tigers. He's been so important to them.
He is a good player. He's been going really well.
Like, you can have your Kai Pierce Bulls and those sorts of people, but having an important link man is so important. Twal's been that for them the entire year. So hopefully whoever they bring in can cover that, but that's a big loss for how good he's been this year. The Bulldogs are shit.
They're so
That's all it is. The Bulldogs are terrible.
Okay, next game.
Very bad.
How can they be this bad? I do not understand.
Jacob
It's like Enari Tuala and Satili Tupanua can hold their heads high, and Karaz, and that's about it.
I just disappeared.
Right. Yeah, that's a problem to do it. I don't know. And Phil Gould.
Yeah, well.
Using
They can only-
AI Phil Gould. What a bunch of idiots. You morons.
People at home can only see like my bottom half of my torso because they was like,
You should be sitting up then. Yeah. Lazy fish. But yeah, just the Bulldogs continue to just be terrible, and it's incredibly frustrating. And I feel bad for a lot of these guys. Stop doing that.
Dripping water.
It's a stupid.
Drip, drip, drip.
This might be
Yeah,
one of
it's
the
just like-
stupidest videos.
Like, Leo Thompson's been bad.
Yeah,
He's been really underwhelming. Obviously, Galvin's trying his hardest, but it's just like, who is there?
Galvin tried to score. It was a Galvin tried to score a try and grounded it short and then lost
And
it.
then got dacked.
dacked himself at the same time. Yeah, it's
He got decked by somewhere else on Rapids, I think.
the Dogs are in a bad place right now, man. I feel bad for a lot of these guys because it just doesn't make any sense.
They're a good football side
Look at their squad on paper. They should be a top 4 team.
every year, yeah. But was so
playing hurt.
I was so surprised he was picked for Origin.
As soon as Latrell Mitchell got hurt, he was in. I think before that it may have been up for grabs, but as soon as Latrell got hurt, it was always going to be Crichton. But yeah, I just like they look better with Jacob Carraz back there than Connor Tracy at the very least. That you know now. But Carraz is so injury prone that you almost can't rely on him back there. Like he went off late in this game with a shoulder complaint / cramps. Somehow both or neither, I have no idea. Just
cool.
Weird. It's just Bulldogs being stupid. I watch the Bulldogs specifically for watching Jack Underhill for 25 minutes a week because he's awesome.
He should be in the Lord of the Rings. Anyway, let's get.
But that's about it. It's like it's more of the same for the Dogs. They can't attack.
We got a bit of deja vu with the first two games because they both had the same scoreline.
Yeah.
28-22.
Yeah. Speaking of teams that can't attack, the Sydney Roosters.
Oh, they were bad.
Are Todd Payton and Trent Robinson the same person? I think they're the same person.
But they have a good roster.
Good roster,
Bad
great
coach.
attacking roster, but just
Average
has
team.
random weeks where they just don't do anything. This was horrible.
That means the Cowboys and the Roosters are the same team.
Well, I've been saying that for a few years now, actually. But yeah, they've just been. They were horrible in this game. There's no other way to put it. They were just bad.
We'll have Tedesco backing
61%
up.
completions is
To 91 betters. No wonder that Melbourne beat them.
Melbourne had 7 line breaks in this game, right? They doubled the amount of offloads. It's just the Roosters had nothing.
Yep.
So
Suafa'alongo, let's talk about
yeah,
him.
we can talk about him. He might actually be good. He can't kick goals, but he's good at everything else.
They're missing somebody who
They
can
lost
do that.
Nick Meaney in this game.
Yes.
They lost Nick Meaney, and they were just like, no, we'll chuck freaking Naya Faiteri out there, and he'll do his job. But no, it's just let Suafa'alongo catch balls and let him run.
Is that 325?
There's 325 meters. That's a lot.
He's good.
And like I
I
said,
know that,
he's so good on his feet. His top end speed probably
He's terrible.
isn't great, but he gets there really fast.
He doesn't even need. He's just
No, he
so
doesn't
nippy.
need it.
He's so nippy. He is the closest approximation that I've seen to Matt Bowen so far.
Yeah,
I think
I would.
That's
I would
my
agree,
best historical comparison for what he is.
I would agree. Matt Bowen was a slightly better fullback, but I know what you're talking about with his.
Their play style is almost identical.
So he's just so fast on his feet, and
Just crazy, man.
he's just going to get his kicking.
Matt
Matt Bowen had a good
If
kicking
he
game.
keeps having games like this, I will eat my words and say that he is a good fullback.
He's certainly going all right at the
He's
moment.
doing okay. Will Warbrick isn't though. He's bad. He's bad.
Ever since he came back from his injury, he's really been. I don't know whether he's lacking.
Is that
confidence.
84 points for Suafa'alongo?
Yes.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he was great. Stefano.
Back to being Stefano again.
What a game from him. That's the Stefano we expected when
20
they
runs, right? I mean,
20
that's
for
big.
182. He played 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy there. They're still good when they've got Cooper Clark and Losardi out there. Like they're doing good things. Hetherington finally got on the field and they won. So
It had nothing to do with Hetherington.
No, I'm comfortable calling it. Hetherington is the most important player on the Storm.
You are Womble. The guy's a dick.
He's good though. I think Hetherington's a good footballer. He's just a bit of a knob.
He is a knob.
He's the Nelson Soap Solomona again.
Yay. Who won't get a go. Well, Nelson always got to run.
But it's the usual suspects here. Munster, Hughes, Grant, they're all excellent.
Oh, look. Yeah. So Hughes is a very underrated halfback. He is so good.
The man who won the Dally M, I don't think he's necessarily underrated.
He never gets the same sort of kudos as people like Cleary.
If he could put together a full healthy season,
Katoa and people like that, they always get the kudos. He doesn't.
I
He
think
just goes
you're
about doing his job.
Well, he's overshadowed by a lot of the other people in this team. Like a lot of the time when Melbourne is successful, they'll put it on Munster, usually.
Yeah.
But I think Hughes should get a lot of the credit for it because well at Melbourne because he's usually at the centre of it.
He's got a good kicking game.
Yes, and his running game is stellar.
Melbourne
He's
might
a
have
big body in defence, so it's not like
Melbourne might have the best spine in the competition.
You're probably
Well,
right.
Farlonger and Munster,
Well,
Hughes
on-
and Grant.
It
Pretty
depends
close.
if you're talking on paper. It's probably the Roosters with Teddy, Walker, DC, and Robson.
Yeah.
On
That's
paper,
probably
that's
fair.
probably
But
right.
in game, it's probably this.
no, in game it's Penrith
Or the Cowboys.
because it's Penrith.
Penrith.
It's not the Cowboys. They've got Reed Marnie.
He's good.
No,
He is actually good.
no,
He's good.
no.
You stop that train you're on. He's not
Bad,
bad.
bad. He's Trent Toll. That's who he is.
He's not.
But yeah, it's just this is what Melbourne need to be doing. They just need to be getting wins because they can only afford to lose like 2 or 3 more if they want to make the finals. So
I think they need 13 wins, they reckon, or
something
something
like that.
Yeah.
We can all laugh at Sam Walker because he was horrendous. In this
He wasn't
game.
very good.
He was so bad.
This is why Jay Clifford should have been in the
Like he was horrendously. He was really really
He
bad.
didn't back up from the Origin very well.
But like no one was good.
No.
Really, like Billy Smith had the most meters.
Well, when you finish with 61% completion,
It's not much
nobody's
to do,
going
right?
very well. you
Yeah,
know.
so it's just this was a Roosters game that they tend to have. They just have games.
They need to put that behind them and move on.
Daly Cherry Evans looked tired. He looked really, really tired out there.
He didn't look good at all, actually.
Yeah,
Not even the Farhu White could do much.
yeah, right. Like, well, no one else really did anything. Right? It's like
131.
Long Radley had
12 runs for 131 is still not
It's
bad.
still not
but,
bad.
you know,
Like that's fine, but he didn't have any offload. He didn't break any
Yeah.
tackles. Like they just were out physical the entire game.
Melbourne played well.
Melbourne did play well. They need to keep doing that.
They do.
So I guess we'll see how that
If
goes.
they drop 1 or 2 more games, it could be lines through them.
Do we
you
have
know?
to really even talk about this?
Speaking of not you lost to the Dragons, you bunch of fucking idiots.
Yes!
Well done, Brisbane.
The imperfect season falls because Brisbane is
Suck.
terrible.
Brisbane
Oh
suck
my word!
so
this
much.
This was the best hate watch of my entire life.
So good to watch.
Oh, that was great. I will give full credit to the Dragons. It's amazing what happens when your outside backs don't play like
Yeah,
Pukakaka.
Valentine Holmes went back to prime
Valentine Holmes, remember
He
that
jumped. He did a weird jumping try. He kicked the ball.
I didn't actually see that.
Valentine Holmes actually remember that he could actually play some
We
good
finally
football.
remember that he's a talented
Yeah.
footballer.
Fullback.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he was
He
a
did play
fullback.
fullback.
Yeah.
And
but
wing.
yeah, it's amazing what happens when their outside backs don't play like crap because their forwards are really freaking good.
Matt Feeney, 212.
You look at the forward. Toby Couchman, 215 meters.
Yeah.
Ryan Couchman, 136. Like, and
Of
it's
course, I get the lesser of the two.
let's look at the tackles, tackle efficiencies. Damien Cook, 41, none. Egan, 43 and 4. Stewart, 45 and 1. Ryan Couchman, 41 and 0. Just
Yeah.
nuts. Really, really good stuff here from the Dragons forwards, and Daniel Atkinson finally looked good. This is the recipe for the Dragons to do
Kyle
something.
Flanagan is still
I
bad.
feel happy for Dean Young.
I feel
I
happy
do.
for him too. You
He
know,
got stuffed over by a terrible roster.
He, unlike some teams who have a decent roster and just bad because their coach was bad,
He's
his
kind
team
of
was
both,
bad because the team was bad
and
and the coach was
and
bad.
half the squad is bad.
Yeah.
Their forwards are good. They've got
Yeah.
something they can build on with these guys. The Couchmans, Stewart, and Egan are the guys you need to keep around because they are excellent, excellent footballers, especially for how rugby league is now. I think Toby Couchman is the archetype you need to look for. So that's great.
Yeah.
I tell you what, next year they're looking all right.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
looking
if they
okay.
can get all their players playing up to their best, they'll be a force. But
We're
Well,
getting
it's like-
we're getting
Drinkwater comes in, Metcalf comes in. I think they've confirmed Philip Sammy is going over there as well. They've got Connor Watson for next year. They've got a good squad to build on. So hopefully they can turn it into some form of success because it's been a while, been a long time for the Dragons. That was good. I thought Clint Gutherson easily had his best game.
that
of the year
was
as well.
definitely his best.
He was
game.
great.
His defense was stellar.
Yeah, you love to see it from a lot of these guys. So yeah, and haha Broncos, you suck.
Can you please lose to the Titans?
Payne Haas
next
comes
week?
back, plays 80 minutes, carries the entire team, and it's still not enough. Payne Haas had 280 meters. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, well, one of those
He's
was
a
40 or
machine,
50
bro.
meters all
but
itself.
still, like that's 23 runs.
Yeah,
he had
I know.
8 tackle breaks, 33 tackles. That's vintage Payne Haas,
Yeah.
and the rest of the team didn't do anything.
Nope.
Really nothing. Reece Walsh was meh.
Reece
at
Walsh-
best.
He is
Ezra Mam
bad.
sucks.
Ezra Mam is terrible.
He was awful in this game.
Even Adam Reynolds didn't have his normal game that he would normally have. So
Yeah, so it's just like, what do you,
woo!
what can you say about the Broncos except laughing at them?
So
this?
good.
Aside from the
So
fact that
good.
they are sneakily kind of bad.
They are.
They are bad.
Sneakily kind of bad. And
You
Pat
do not-
Carrigan's hurt
You
now.
do
Yeah.
not understand the level of ecstatic when I tell you the Broncos are bad. I am so unbelievably happy.
Go the Broncos all the way to the bottom.
Phenomenal.
Please win the spoon. That'd be the biggest
That's
fall.
not going to happen.
No, that's not. They have done it before though. Not that long ago.
That was funny. But yeah, just haha Broncos.
Yep.
It's not much to like. Josiah Karapani's good. I like watching him.
Carapani's the only decent player on their side at the moment, apart from pass.
Preston
And
Rick.
Xavier Willison looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It's his best game he's played at edge forward, at the very least. But he's going to have to move back to the middle now that Carrigan's out, so there's no such thing as continuity with this team. And I think that's probably what screwed them over a lot. They just haven't been able to keep the same squad on the field for more than like 2 weeks.
And it's going to continue.
Yes. So, I look, when the Broncos are on, they are a joy to watch, and they are one of the best teams. They just need to be healthy.
They haven't been on for a little while now.
But this is a pattern with Michael Maguire teams. Like, the same thing happened in the year after the Bunnies won the comp in 2014. In 2015, they were nowhere near to as good, and then they just kept falling, and then he got fired. So I guess we'll see if the same thing happens with the Broncos.
Maybe his style of coaching is not something that can just keep going and going forever.
Michael Maguire's, the thing that's always been a knock on him is his training regime is way too intensive. And I think with a couple of these, you can see it with how injured this squad is now. They are pushed beyond their limits right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for Ben Hunt, though. He sucks.
I don't feel bad
He's
for the Broncos. They're the Broncos.
bad. They need to put someone in there that knows that the idea is give the ball to Reece Walsh, and good things happen.
That's the plan sometimes.
Most of the time.
Not recently.
Half the time.
Yeah, we'll go with half the time, but that half of the time is really pretty good.
But his other half of the time is really freaking bad too.
Speaking of inconsistent, the North Queensland Cowboys. If any Cowboys fan is shocked by how this game went, you're not a real fan. Because this game was always going to happen. They were always going to come down from how physical they were against the Bunnies, and then they just got pantsed by the Raiders. Like, that was always going to happen. That's why I was so hesitant when I tipped them to win, because it was like, this was going to happen. They hinge so much on Scott Drinkwater that when he has a game where he just doesn't care, the entire team falls to pieces. You cannot rely that heavily on one guy. And it's what's going to kill them at some point. Because they build a habit of playing really well for a couple of weeks and then playing like crap. If that crap week comes in the finals, your season's over.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You cannot keep playing like this.
That's true.
And it's incredibly frustrating.
There were only a couple of players that could hold their heads up in the Cowboys team.
Alem Lukey, and that's about it.
Murray Talangi also had he ran for 240
Liam Sutton.
meters.
Yeah, Liam Sutton's good.
He's
I
got a
like
track.
him.
He's got a track.
Fine.
I like him. He's fine.
He's got a track.
But like Thomas McKaylee got injured apparently.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, well, like what else is there? Scott Drinkwater was horrible. He was really, really bad. Jay Clifford finally had a down game. I cannot pick the Cowboys correctly, but I always know. I know how a game is going to go, but I can never like put it to paper. It's frustrating.
But they were not good.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they need to be better.
They need to be more consistent.
Even Tom Chester's down.
I don't even care if their ceiling gets lowered. I just need their floor and ceiling to not be as far apart.
That's what it is, right?
Because then games like the one against Parramatta don't happen.
Yeah, that's right.
But I guess the opposite side of the coin for this is that this was the Raiders' best game of the year.
They played really well.
They were really good.
They were really, really good. And while the Cowboys were pretty bad, missing 60 tackles or whatever it was, the Raiders basically orchestrated that by their
Not much
play.
better though. They missed like 50 tackles.
Is KO Weeks the most underrated fullback in the competition?
He's very good.
He is awesome.
And he's fast.
He's very fast. You know who else is fast? Xavier Savage. You know who's faster? Jackson Purdue, apparently.
Yes, that was funny.
that was a good old fashioned foot race.
It was a foot race, and Purdue, I thought he was never catching him.
But Purdue's like lightning quick.
Yeah, he is much faster than you give him credit for. But he strides a bit longer too. That's why he doesn't look quite as fast. But
actually, I think you can use. I guess pivoting back, you can use Jackson Purdue as a good barometer for where the Cowboys at, because there were a couple of times where if he was pushing up, there was a gap he could have gone through. We know how quick he is. We know how skillful he is. They just didn't have the mentality this week.
The Cowboys had a low game. It was like their game against Para,
They
right?
have a low game once a month, but that low game is so bad it makes you question whether they're actually a good football team or not. I still don't think they are.
I think at their heights, they're a good football team. I think if they could play percentage football a bit better, they would win more games.
Right? It's just. I mean, 76 is okay. But like,
the missed tackle was bad.
They were out physical. Right? Like, the post-contact was nearly 100 metres difference. The Raiders had over 2,000 metres.
Yeah, but somehow they made more meters per set.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't have a clue.
Well, Keelan Lukey was excellent. I'll give him that.
Excellent. You know who else was excellent? Ethan Strange.
Yeah, he was good.
He was great. I thought Tom Starling was phenomenal.
He was probably the difference between the two.
He was so good here. I love watching
his
him.
hooking role. He picked the right times to run. He knew what he was doing every single time.
He did the Hudson Young thing, then.
We've talked about Mr. Fix-Its a lot when it comes to people like your Mitch Aldersons and these sorts of guys. Does Dane Laurie fit that? He played lock in this game and kind of killed it.
The stupidest lock matchup of Dane Laurie and Matt Lodge.
He was good. Dane Laurie, I thought, had a really good game.
I think the Cowboys put their team together a bit funny this week. I just don't think it worked. Putting Matt Lodge at lock,
I would have put McKaylee at lock.
at worst, I would have left Tamalolo there. I mean,
he could have done that as well, right?
that's where he played. That's where he played the majority of his career. It's not like he couldn't do it. And Lodge is not a lock. He's just a front rower. Yeah. Anyway, but
the big thing for the Raiders,
not taking anything away from the Raiders, they were excellent.
The thing for the Raiders, I think, is that Sanders and Strange actually looked like a combination in this game. They didn't confine Strange to one side of the field. They let him roam, and that's where he does his best work.
And look, the Colonel was fine as well. He went okay.
They're doing all right. Sanders was good.
That's
Tarpany and
what the
Horsburgh.
Colonel is.
Yes, Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, you've got Ethan, the fate of the S's going around. I keep making Fast and Furious jokes.
Things. We
So
have
funny.
the Things and the Colonel.
Yeah.
Ethan 2, Ethan what?
Strange Things and Colonel.
Two
Sanders.
Ethan, two S.
2 Ethan 2.
Great. But yeah, Horsburgh and Tarpany, they're
Ethan's
just doing
squared,
their usual
S
thing. Zach Hosking is a defensive powerhouse. They've got a good team. This is the closest they've looked to last year's Raiders.
No, and look, I actually think they beat a number of teams with this style of play.
Oh yeah.
Not just the Cowboys.
Well, they did what they did to the Cowboys. What the Cowboys did to Souths last week.
Yeah.
That's just how this game went.
Yeah, they controlled the game.
Yeah, they did a
Very
very good
comfortably.
job of it. So
And thank goodness Sanders couldn't kick a goal because
They could
it would have been a lot
36.
worse.
Well,
they also had they had another one of those stupid, just uber
Yes.
tries where it bounces off 8 people and they score. But those tries always go the way of the team that wants it more, and
Yeah.
that's how the Raiders played. So Cowboys play football for God's sake!
No,
Come
please.
on!
This is not tiddlywinks.
It's so frustrating.
We know how good they can be. That's the That's the part I hate the most. Is that they're a very good football side when they're on. They've got to be on every game, not just every third game.
They're on like 2 out of 3 weeks now, which is better than the 1 out of 3 that it was last year.
Well, yeah.
So improvement, but still.
Yeah,
I would prefer to not have low games that are as bad as the low
So they're going to
games.
beat the Dolphins this week because they had the lost game.
But they can't beat the Dolphins.
They can't beat the Dolphins up here.
But
down there apparently.
boy, am I glad they left this game till last.
Woo-hoo!
This is game of the season.
This was the best game I've seen all year. Better than the Origin.
This was awesome. Panthers, Warriors, this was just a stellar
It was a
performance.
slugfest, right? It was so good. There's two
This is rugby.
powerhouses going against each other.
This is rugby league. This is
Yeah.
the rugby league that we all love.
And look, I just love the Wars, and they won't have lost any fans how they
Oh, I
played.
thought they were really
They might have
good
actually
here.
gained fans.
Obviously, they're still working with Tamari Martin, who is just shooting the lights out right now. Why do they have so many good halfbacks?
It works,
It's
doesn't it?
so
I mean,
dumb.
I don't think at the moment they just don't take him out. I don't think Metcalf gets back in at this point.
Here's a question: who were your best Warriors players from last year? Roger, sure. Luke Metcalf, very good hair.
Yep.
Leka Halasima.
And possibly the guy that's out of favour at the moment,
Shards as well. Yeah. Notice how 3 of those guys, or 2 of them aren't even playing, and Leka is definitely in his Jeremiah Nanai arc of doing absolutely nothing. 40 minutes, 4 runs for 30 meters.
Yeah.
Leka Halasima. I knew this was happening.
He's got to get himself
Luckily, Jacob Laban is the best.
back. Yeah, I like Jacob Laban.
He's so good. They've got so many good players.
Was Bob Elmer in this game?
Van Meiner was in this game, but he wasn't the best bench forward. That was Tanner Stowers Smith, mate.
How good is he?
He's like 28. He's like, I actually don't know how old he is. How old is Tanner Stowers Smith? I just want to make fun of him for being bald if he's
No.
young. How old is he? Come here. 2004. He's 22. He's 22 and he's bald.
Maybe he just wants to be.
Maybe he's just being bald. Bald just makes you the best. Ask Michael Jordan, I suppose. Just being bald. It's great.
Hazelnut.
But like Tane Tuapiki been shooting the lights out. Wafi Camperera just keeps scoring. But the big thing here is just how good Tamari Martin's going. They have needed this. Who needs Luke Metcalf?
Mm.
Got Tanner Boyd and Tamari Martin.
That's it, eh? And Tamara Martin is
I think he'll be in there for as long as he's playing like this. I don't think Metcalf forces his way back in.
his is kind of a feel-good story as well, right? After coming back from brain bleed and stuff. No,
He's been so good. Obviously, Aaron Clark doing Aaron Clark things, but this is
I think-
just great.
I think the next time Metcalf's available, they might go with him for one game and see how he goes. And if he has a bad game, they'll go back to tomorrow.
last time they did that, he did badly.
It's a testament to how good this game was that we can wax lyrical so much about the Warriors when they lost.
Mm.
They were so good here, but you know the Panthers are just the Panthers. Bit of a flex to win this game without basically all of their Origin players.
Yeah,
But nevertheless, you know,
we know the Panthers can actually
the
do that,
Panthers,
right?
they just-
I mean, they know what they're doing.
give the
It's
ball
the system.
Yeah.
It's not the players, it's the system that they're able to work with. That's why the next man up works for them. They have this really good system happening over
so
there.
just give the ball to Paul Alamotti and
Yep.
let him
Let him
destroy
do
people.
stuff.
Why did the Bulldogs let him go?
I don't know. Why,
Just-
why do teams do anything? I mean, I give in with that now.
Well, yeah, it's just like
Well,
you know,
Dylan Edwards was excellent, even. You
they
know,
played
he was,
Lindsay Smith at lock. He was fine. Jack Cogger's completely serviceable. You know, they've got so many good players.
There's a lot of big, why did teams do this? One of the bigger ones is, why did the Roosters let go of Terrell May? That's a big one.
Looking worse and worse. But yeah, it's just this is the Panthers. They do what they do. They win in spite of everything essentially. So they are a class above. We've known this, but the Warriors are right there.
Warriors aren't far.
The Warriors are right there. Yeah. So I think the Warriors take a lot more out of this game than the Panthers do.
So do I, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know and it was at Combank, which is a stupid stadium anyway.
It's a stupid stadium. There was a little bit of contention over one of the Alamotti tries, I think.
I don't remember
The
that one.
obstruction, which I went back and looked at it, and I can see why they called it the defensive decision. You can see Harris DeVita like lean in a little bit to.
But
to
you've
go
seen
for the
that be
tackle.
called an obstruction before as well.
Exactly. So I'm fine with it, but I can see where people get a little bit pissy. But yeah.
Once
just-
again,
Cool. Consistency. Please. But yes,
the
this-
Warriors
awesome.
arguably were the better side. They scored more tries.
It's 4 tries to
What was the
Alamotti
goal
can't
kick?
kick. Yeah.
Alamotti couldn't kick.
Nathan Cleary. Why didn't Dylan Edwards kick?
Well,
yeah, like,
why not?
The two teams basically completed at 90%. Like this was such a
This
good
was
game.
a top class game.
And what frustrates me is that the NRL is going to point at how the year is going, how it's the most watched season in history. It's in spite of a lot of the football being played. All of the fans will tell you that this is the best game, not the 36-34 games that the Rabbits seem to love to play, not the
46-34.
not the 80-point games that keep happening. It's stuff like this that makes people love football because you have to ride every point that is scored because they're so hard to come by.
Yeah.
And when you've got so many points, you don't feel that anymore. It's like it's like sports. You know, you've got the NRL has 24 games in a year. American football has 17. Baseball has 163 or whatever it is. None of the games actually mean anything if you have too many. It's the same principle. So I do hope that the NRL looks at this and say, okay, how can we make football more like this and not like every Rabbits game?
Let's 6 again. Let's 6
We
again.
can get rid of that. That'd help.
I think 6 again.
I don't think they will now that the Volandis seems to have a monopoly on Australian rugby league after Abdo abdicates. Abdocates. But yeah, so I guess we'll see. How badly do we want to talk about that? Not really. No one cares about Andrew Abdo.
No, he's gone to tennis. So
Tennis.
Yeah.
I brought up Connor Watson going to the Dragons, and then obviously going to the Chiefs afterwards. What are the Bears doing? What are they doing? I want to know this because, like, who's the Bears' marquee signing?
Marley Bittengani.
Exactly. Is it Liam Henry? Like, this is the worst recruitment drive for a new team I've ever seen. Because it's not like they have salary cap trouble. They have unlimited money to go with, essentially. And they're deciding, you know what, we're going to bring in like 5 people from England, the Lauliligi brothers, and a bunch of offshoots.
Rugby league.
Rugby league. Mal Meninga's an idiot. Mal Meninga is a moron.
I guess we will see how that pans out.
Trent Robinson again as well. He's just like, oh, I got a really good Queensland team and 1 age straight, but as a coach, I'm actually kind of useless. Just
He was a coach of
everything
the
about Perth smacks of it just being the Titans again. That's what it really feels like.
I hope not, because
I hope not as well.
if it does, that's just going to kill it over in the West, isn't it?
Yeah, I would be shocked if Malmaninga lasts like 2 years. I'd be shocked.
Well, the thing is, I think he's only over there to get the thing off the
They
ground.
picked the worst possible person to do that. Just sign Wayne Bennett and work for the Dolphins. Come on.
Yeah, wow.
Sign literally, it's like, get a coach that actually has coached at the NRL level. Like, why Mal Meninga? I do not get it. He looks like the human version of Shrek, and I'm sick and tired of pretending that he's actually decent at basically anything. I'd love to remember him as a great player and coach of the dynasty is the Moros. I don't want his swan song to be like 3 wooden spoons in a row with the Perth Bears.
Swan song.
Swan song, yes.
Swan song.
But that's that rant over.
Yeah,
I'm very
funny.
concerned for the Bears moving
I guess
forward.
I'm not so concerned for the Chiefs, however. They're
No,
going
they're looking
all
alright. They're looking alright. Well, they have to be good. The NRL is not going to let them be bad.
But let's face it, NRL or rugby league in Papua New Guinea, they go hand in hand. It is the only country where rugby league is the national sport.
It's just a matter of getting the people to play over there. Surely they can dip
Absolutely.
into their Q Cup team, right? They've got quality players there.
Yeah, I know. They should be able to get some from actual Papua New Guinea.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be good. But that's that in the books. Round 14, we're back to having a full slate for 1 week before we go back to Origin-affected games again. But everyone's full strength now. All the Origin people are back anyway.
Yeah.
And that opens on Thursday with Manly and the Rabbitohs. Should be an interesting game. I'm intrigued.
Manly are going to win.
Manly, Olakuatu and Kula back. Huge. Ethan Bullimore is out, but that's fine because Nathan Brown's been pretty good for them so far, so I think they're fine. But
David Fafita.
a laundry list of ins for the Rabbitohs. Cam Murray is back. They've got
Bronson Garlic, Cameron.
Brandon Smith and David Fafita are both back for them, which I think are pretty big ins. Jai Gray's back at fullback.
David
They've got
Fafita.
I can't believe it's not Latrell in the centres. Campbell Graham is back in the centres.
Look, their team is looking much better.
Looks a lot better now.
I still think Manly probably have them.
I'm intrigued. They're back to playing Kolo Matangi in the middle as well, which I think is the correct call. He's a front row.
Middle forward.
At this point in his career, he's definitely a prop.
Yeah.
I don't know. This game, I don't know what the weather is going to be like in Sydney this week, but this game reeks of like a track meet sort of game. Where there's just going to be lots of points.
Well, South are anything you go by.
Yeah, right.
That's what they do
And
anyway.
we know
right?
Manly can score points.
But, yeah.
I
Cole back. Cole's not back.
Kula is back.
Oh,
Yes,
he's back.
he's back in the centres. I'm tempted to side with Manly just based on form, but I will not be shocked if the Rabbits win this game at all.
No, I'm going to tip Manly, but it probably is going to be an entertaining game.
I think one away team lost last week. No, one away team won last week, and it was the Dragons. Everyone else was the home teams winning. So, if we're going to go by that, Manly are probably the favourites. 4 Pines is a hard place to play, so I guess we will see how this all goes.
Brookvale.
I'm intrigued to see how this rotation goes. So, I assume what's going to happen is they're going to have Humphreys come on for Smith. Would be my guess, and then Brandon Smith comes back on and plays in the forwards. Because he can do both. We know he can do
Murray's
both.
going to do 80 minutes, so he won't come back a lot for him.
They could rotate him with Totola or Kalama Matangi, and I won't be shocked. So I'm intrigued to see how that game matches up. Same with this one, actually. Early Friday, Storm Knights. Who would have thought this would be a close game? Or who would have thought the positions would be as they are in the
Maybe
preseason?
the other way around. But yeah.
Newcastle in 4th and Storm in 13th. Anything interesting here from Melbourne?
Yeah, Warbrick's still starting.
Sean Blaw's back in the reserves. That's good. They're still rolling with Cooper Clark on the edge. Last week, I think they did some weird late switch thing with Alec McDonald or something like that, so I won't be shocked if there's some shenanigans going on again.
Yeah, Warbrick's still in the team, so that means it's bad.
Obviously, Meany is out, so Terry gets the permanent job back in that centre position. So I am intrigued. I'm intrigued by this. Obviously, for Newcastle, Sandon Smith is out, so they've got Fletcher Sharp in at 5'8", Fletcher Hunt in the centres. All elsewise, I think, is the same.
Flying mullets.
I saw.
Paul Fletcher.
I think this list might change simply by virtue of Jermaine McEwen being done for drunk driving. I think I saw that
Of
somewhere.
course he did.
So don't be shocked if you see like a Frizzell or a Thomas Cant slide into this second
It
row
seems like
spot.
every single NRL player has like a drug record.
That's it.
Look, I'm going to just tip Melbourne. It is at Melbourne, so...
He's at Melbourne. I don't know what Newcastle's record is like at Melbourne, but I can't imagine it being particularly good.
Oh yeah, because they've been bad.
With wins at this venue.
They're-
Yeah, they're 2 of 13 at Amy Park. Newcastle, it's not very good.
Melbourne, 142 of 188.
Yeah, between them,
Crazy.
yeah, it's basically a 2-1 split.
Yeah.
Melbourne beat Newcastle. I will tentatively pick Melbourne to win this game.
I think Melbourne do because they have to.
I think Suo Falano scores a hat trick.
I don't think so. I think if anyone's going to score a hat trick in this game, it's probably Moses Leo. He's been good since he's come back.
He's also very freaky. He is
Quick. You can tell how he runs. He knows how to run.
He's fast.
So yeah, that's going to be an interesting game.
Yep.
And then another Friday's a pretty good one. Raiders Roosters. This game's always fun. I'm intrigued to see how this goes. Said Chris is out for the Raiders, and Mr. Fix-It Dane Laurie is now playing in the centres because why not? Anything else going on here?
He's like a Jake Granville.
Jordan Uta is out. I don't know who the new man on the bench is. I think it's Joe Roddy. That's about it for the Raiders. I think the Roosters are the same. You've got Marky Mark hanging around in jersey 23. I don't think he'll be back this week, but he's obviously close, so that's obviously good for them.
That is good for them.
I
I think the Roosters.
I think you're probably right. The Roosters are due for an up game. I think they might kind of go ham here, but you know the Raiders are weird.
The Raiders are like if they play like they did last week, they could easily beat them.
They'll put it to them. We'll say that. They'll
Yeah.
take it to them. Weird centre matchup of Dane Laurie and Hugo Savala.
Woo.
Love that.
Savala, halfback, Laurie, whatever, but who knows?
Everything.
Yeah.
Utility.
Yep, it's excellent.
He's
Yeah.
Jake Granville of the Raiders.
I will tentatively pick the Roosters, but it wouldn't surprise me if Canberra get up.
Yeah, I'm interested in that game. I think that'll be interesting. Speaking of, I talked about the Manly Rabbits game being a track meet. Cowboys Dolphins could also be a track meet.
Fair.
There could be a lot of points in this game. The Dolphins, obviously all their Origin players come back. Cody Nikorima is also back, so they're looking pretty full strength. Herbie is also back, so this is looking like
And the Cowboys are pretty close to full strength as well.
Yeah, pretty close. Obviously, Dearden's still out.
Yeah.
So you've got Clifford and Sutton in there. Labor is on the other wing because Burns is still out.
Yeah, I think they're missing a bit with Burns not being there.
Thomas McHaley is obviously just invincible because he's
Yeah.
somehow named this week. I don't know how that's happened. Sonny Luke is back on the bench.
Yay!
Actually, that's good.
I don't hate that. I'm fine with
He's
that.
a good foil for
Yeah.
Marnie, I think. Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I do think the Dolphins.
The Dolphins will probably be able to score more points. Is how well the Cowboys defend.
Where is it? Yeah, the
You're
Dolphins haven't lost at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. That's not very good reading for Cowboys.
The Raiders did lose 7 games at GIO, and
I
then they
suppose.
won. So maybe.
I just don't know. Look, if I'm Todd Payton, my message to them is you have to buy next week, empty the tank.
That's it.
You may as well just go all out. You've got some decent speed on the edges, so you can maybe try and contain some of these guys. I just can't wait for Hammer to have like 2 runaway tries. That's fully what I'm expecting from this game. Is he's going to have 2 tries where he goes like 85 meters, and the Dolphins will win like 40 to 30 or something stupid like that. That's
Look,
what I think.
it's going to be hard to tip the Cowboys, but there is a path to them winning. It's called what they did against Souths.
Yes, exactly. If they play like they did against Souths, I will not be shocked if they do win.
Yeah.
I'm just will be shocked if they play like they did.
Well,
against
I hope
Souths.
they can. I hope they can.
So.
We'll see what happens. Good luck to both teams. I actually don't mind the Finns, so it's okay. But I prefer the Cowboys to win, obviously. All right. So.
And concluding Queensland Day, seemingly. Oh, it is Queensland Day. It's the 6th of June. Queensland Day. Broncos Titans.
Maybe
This
that's
has
why they
been-
put those games there.
This could be bad game.
Managed pretty well, actually.
Very well done. Anything interesting for the Broncos? Tom Duffy is in the 5'8" spot because Ezra Mam sucks.
That is true.
He is
He
bad.
sucks, but
Grant Anderson and Jesse Arthurs are now out there because Shibasaki is also
Very. Well, he's also bad.
Roland. Xavier Willison's at lock. Jack Izjevsky starts in the second row. Pia Kura
Well,
is also
Yuzevsky
back.
is a second rower. He's not a flippin' mid prop.
Yeah, he is mid. There's Ezra Mam in jersey 18. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, he's bad.
For the Titans, is there anything particular? Jojo Fafita's back, obviously. But it's pretty much a
Tino, yeah.
consistent squad here for the Titans. It's just a consistently bad one.
I feel for them.
I tell you what, I won't be shocked if the Titans win this game.
If the
I'm giving them a real
if the
shot.
Broncos lose to the Titans, are they the worst team in the league?
They lose to the bottom two, right? What does that make them? Yeah, I will not be shocked if the Titans find a way to win this game, but
They look.
You talk
They
about
historically get up for the Broncos games, so
you talked about Melbourne winning because they have to. It's kind of the same thing for Brisbane right
it
now.
is. They're not quite as at the same state as Melbourne yet, but they're only a couple of games in front. So
This is a 50-50 for mine. I will tentatively pick the
I
Broncos.
think Broncos probably, but
Reece
go
Walsh
Gold Coast.
Reece Walsh is due for just a massive game.
So
But Keanu Kenny has been very good as
I
well.
know that the Titans are like abysmally bad, right?
You just hate the Broncos.
Yes.
On the money.
Yeah. Look,
Trying
I'm
to
not
think of a
mad.
funny phrase.
I'm not mad. I'm completely fine with thinking the
I'm
Titans can
tipping
win
the
this game.
Titans.
I'm fine with that.
I would like the Titans to win, but
This is a coin flip for mine. I have no idea. This is great.
go Tino.
Maybe they did that on purpose. Queensland Day. Cowboys.
Well, that's
Dolphins,
exactly what
Broncos,
they're
Titans.
showing. It's
what they've
Queensland
done
Day,
there.
6th of June. Here we go on to Sunday. Always a goofy game between the Titans and the Panthers. Tigers and the Panthers. There we go.
Yeah, the Titans
That's
went
better.
orange.
It's great. Macassini's still in. I don't know how. I thought he was hurt like twice. So he's still somehow playing. Anything else? Maverick Geyer is there. Oh, that's right. Twile's out, so the starting lock is now Charlie Murray. Love that. That dude. Great. Ethan
white
Roberts
man.
is there. Stafford Toa's on the bench, so I won't be shocked if he comes in for Macassini as a late thing, probably. Whatever. Javon Andrews is also down there. And the Panthers are the Panthers. You know, Nathan Cleary, Brian Toto, and Isaiah Yao are back, so that's not formidable at all.
No, not scary one iota.
The Panthers will probably win this game,
Yes.
but if we know anything about the Tigers, is that they
At least it'll be entertaining.
it's kind of a home game for both these guys, isn't it? Because it's a
Combank.
Combank, so maybe.
It's the stupidest stadium ever.
Well, there's like
look for
14.
Terrell May to just go ham because he loves playing the Panthers. He seems to scale up against whoever the opposition is. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. It's a matter of how good Charlie Murray is emulating Alex Twal. It's a set. I can't believe that's a sentence that's like saying that Alex Twal is one of the best forwards in the league.
Oh, he is.
He is, but like, would you have picked that at the beginning of the year? Exactly.
But he's always been consistent without being
Yeah.
amazing, right? But now he's actually gone past just
And now
consistency.
we'll see how they go without him for an extended period of time. And then the Sharks and Dragons are going to play a game of football. This
Will definitely happen.
This is the game I am interested in the least. I don't
Yeah.
even care if the Dragons win this game. I just do not care. Jaden Beryl is starting hooker for the Sharks, but they've still got Hohepa Pudu sitting on the bench. Don't be shocked if he's starting come game day. There's Britt Nickera. He's still there. Anything else? Kale Hero is
Jacob
sitting in the
Little.
reserves. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jacob Little he was always there, wasn't he? Oh no, there he is. He's there. He's back for the Dragons.
I
That's
like
what
Jacob Little. I think he's good.
Fast, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna tip the Sharks, but
I'm tipping the
it'll
Dragons.
be least informative game of all
I'm
time.
tipping the
Don't
Dragons.
care. We don't care.
I simply do not care.
I'm tipping the Dragons.
Yep.
I like it. Go for it. And then King's birthday Monday football. Why is this a thing?
I
And
feel
why
like-
is it always the Eels? Why is it always the Eels that play on Monday? I don't understand.
It's only a holiday down there though, because up here our King's birthday's in October.
Yeah, because they get the Good Monday game, which is always against the Tigers, and now they've got King's birthday, which is Bulldogs. This is the worst game of all time. You're talking about games I'm not interested in. This is going to be awful.
This is worse.
This might be the worst game.
This is gonna be bad.
Go Parramatta.
I'd like it. I think both teams are the same as they were last week, so I wouldn't mind Parramatta winning. I think that would almost be like the nail in the Bulldogs season if Parramatta Eels
Is
beat
Moses in the squad at all?
No.
Well, Ronald Baldwin's good.
There's still Harrison Edwards.
No picture.
Well, no picture. You got
Obligatory
transferred
hello
3
to
weeks
Harrison
ago.
Edwards. But yeah, this is just a I don't care game. It's on a Monday. No one cares about Monday football, especially because it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's so
The NRL
dumb.
is so
I
done
would
with
have just
this.
got home from school.
I will still be at work.
I would have just gone home from school. This
What an
season.
excellent decision this is. The Eels are going to win because why not?
Yep, go the Eels.
That's my plan. And obviously at the end of this week, Origin squads will be announced. Do we think there's going to be any surprises?
Yes.
Changes?
I think Strange will be out.
Clifford's
If
gonna
Moses
be
is healthy, Strange will be out.
That's so bad. You won't have played any games though. I'd keep Strange in there.
If the Cowboys have a really good game against the Dolphins, which they might not, but if they do, I think you'll see some of them in the squad.
If Slater's going to change anything, it's going to be Nickera out, Finafiliaki in. And
Lukey in.
that will be the extent of the changes, barring catastrophic injuries.
Lukey in.
Maybe.
Lukey has a possibility. I don't know, because the Cowboys going
It
to
should be
bye.
It should be Mam. Or Shibasaki won't be in there. Maybe Purdue has a shot. Maybe.
Chester.
I don't know.
I want Chester in our team though.
Anything else? Anything else from the week?
Cowboys won missing because we're on the bye.
The Spurs made it to the NBA Finals.
Yes, Spurs Knicks finals. We
Everyone,
have avoided the Thunder being in the finals.
everyone expected
Thank
the,
goodness.
everyone expected the Knicks to make the finals.
Bro, New York is going to burn to the ground.
They have the World Cup.
Seriously,
They have the World Cup.
Well, yeah, if it goes to Game 6 at the very least, there is a World Cup game on the same night, so that'd be fun as. You'd be to go to both games. I reckon you'd have to pay $20,000.
Oh, easy.
American sports ticket prices are ridiculous.
Of course, they're horrendous.
Like we get Australians as a whole get pissed off when you have to fork out $35 to go to a football game. I think nosebleed tickets for the Knicks
They're like
Spurs game one is like
$300.
$3,000.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
That is dumb.
The nosebleed section is the most underrated section ever.
But it's no wonder
I think
that they get paid so
I
much.
think for some sports it's fine. I don't think it works for basketball.
No.
Because like if you're like if it's fully enclosed indoors,
You can't really see
in the
anything.
top is going to be like so stuffy and humid. Ugh.
It'd be like with tennis, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
At least tennis has like an open.
I'm very very excited for how that series is going to go. Tell you what, if the Spurs win, Wembanyama announces himself as the best player in the league in like year 3. He's on a trajectory. I'm telling you, he's
He's got to put a
scary.
little bit of meat on his bones. He's very scary.
He's the
Because
alien.
Kevin Durant is incredibly successful, and he was also a stick. So
He's an alien. He literally looks like
he is the alien, right? The extraterrestrial.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's it for
That's
us
it.
this week.
So well done.
We've kept that under 80 minutes. We've done pretty well considering we had to talk about like 17 games.
Yeah.
But good job.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah.
And look, it's not like we missed anything. We talked
No, I
about
thought
as
we were
much
pretty
as we
good.
needed to.
I'm
I
pretty
didn't put
happy.
much
so-
information in it, but I'd never do. So.
You never do. You're just there. You're
Actually,
the corner post.
this was like the most you've ever said, I think, actually. So.
No, the most I ever said was when you weren't here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
parent-teacher interviews. Me and Nathan had to
To
talk
be
for
fair.
much.
Yeah, which was 90% me and 10% you.
Well, I still talked for a little
You
bit.
did a little
Well,
bit. That's alright.
well done to the teams that won. New South Wales, you were very lucky.
Good luck to the teams that lost unless you're the Broncos, and good luck this week unless you're the Dolphins.
Yes.
Queensland Day. I hate half the Queensland teams on that day. Woohoo! Let's go.
Yay!
Alrighty, we will see you guys
Next week.
next week or tomorrow night or tonight, whenever this goes up, because I might stream the Sharks, Rabbits, Sea Eagles game. It seems like it
That'll
should
be a
fun.
fun game, yeah.
Yes, we will see. Alrighty.
Okay, have fun, everybody. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your football.
Catch you
Yeah.
guys.
See ya.